Hello fellows, welcome to the second video on the animal husbandry and agriculture series that I'm making on Age of Empires 2. This time I will play as the Gurjars, where the special civilization features such as the ability to garrison your livestock within a mill to produce perpetual food but at a lower trickling rate, and in return getting a second forage bush should you try to go for that option. I do go for that option. I love playing as the Gurjars. On this occasion, I'm going to play against the easiest AI so that it doesn't interfere with whatever I'm trying to demonstrate. The build order is a concern, and even Spirit of the Law has speculated on a couple of things. So I'm going to show you in this video how I go about doing it. The first couple of things are the same. Build houses while the uh, town center is working on getting a few villages out. The next task is to find your regular forage bush at the earliest, not these ones of course, but the regular ones, and get your livestock as soon as you find them into the mill that is closest to the forage bush. I love Bio because distracted by what he said. He said Sangrah karta hu, I will collect, and that is so brilliant. Now, as usual, the first 6 villagers, I'm going to call them Control Group 2. Control Group 1 is always my scout. And instead of the 7 on the livestock that I usually had, I am going to put 7 on the forage bushes. Then the 8th goes to lure the boar, while the livestock gets garrisoned. You can garrison up to 10. You only get 8, of course, unless you manage to steal your opponent's livestock, but I don't like doing that. At least that is the excuse that I give when actually I'm simply not good enough to do that. So then I allow the forage bush to be tackled by 4 villages, and then I go about collecting wood from the straggler trees. It is essential to collect wood from the stragglers at the earliest because we have used up all our wood allocation by building that early mill. We don't normally build a mill that early in the day, do we? So obviously something different needs to be done. To get to 100 wood uh, just to build a lumber camp. And as usual, keep the villagers coming. Don't forget to build the house in time. That is another thing that is easy to forget when you are dealing with this different build order. So this luring should have happened a little sooner, but here it is nonetheless. So as many as 4 villagers on the straggler trees. That is the only way you can hope to get those 100 wood. And be sure to find all your livestock. It is essential. The sooner you find them, the more food they will generate in the long run. Right, so now I definitely have enough wood to start collecting wood using a lumber camp by building that. So that is my second feudal age building. I actually managed to not have to queue up the bloom early in the day,
બરાબર.
surprisingly.
આજ્ઞા હું સંગ્રહ કરું છું.
And once again, I have,
તૈયાર.
despite this massive change in
હા,
the build order and everything,
હું
I have
સમારકામ
still
કરું છું.
managed
કરું
to
છું. હું
age up
શિકાર
at my
કરું
usual
છું.
moment, which is on 20 villages, and around the 8-minute mark is when I will be starting this. So that is how I go about
નમસ્તે.
doing that. That is basically the build order that I use. Let's just go about uh, reviewing it once again. This is a recording of the game that I just played. 3 villages to build the houses first, and then they are on to these new forage bushes. I got lucky here. I found the regular forage bush immediately, and then I was able to send my next villager to build that, and that
નમસ્તે.
villager was given the task of building the mill and then immediately come back onto the forage forage bush.
હા,
Just a quick reminder of what I did. Uh, Beating the AI to the Feudal Age in this case was not difficult at all because I was playing against the easiest one, but we have to remember what our targets are, and for me it was 20 villages or 21 population, and that is when I like to go up. So for that I need these two buildings. First was the mill, second was the lumber camp. Two mills and I beg your pardon, two buildings and 500 food. That is what was needed. That is what was achieved. There we go. Everything is lined up, and I also have enough food now to build a second mill, even as I go for hunting them. So that was that. Hope it has been instructive, and the next time we will look at some other terrible things that we have to do against when playing some other civilizations. Hope to see you then. Bye bye.